Hi, I'm Nate and you're watching Photolearningism. Today I want to talk to you about where to find your first computer, either cheap or free, so you can start working on those photos and start working on those videos. Let's get to it. Okay, so if this is your first time on this channel, this is Photolearningism, and my goal is to build a community of learning where you can see the cheap or free tools that can add to your quality of production for art in general. I'm a photographer, so that's where I look at this mostly, but I also do videos, obviously, and I want to surface these things focusing on open source so you can find powerful tools to accomplish your goals. As I mentioned, I want to get into looking at your first computer, and I want to highlight that your first computer does not need to be super powerful. It just needs to handle some basic requirements about computing, about handling a stream, and I won't get into too much of the technical details because for many of us that information is not important. You just want to know if it's going to work or not. So I won't dwell on that, but what I will do is point you in a direction where you can get these things either at little or no cost, or for most practical purposes free. So starting off with that, I wanted to highlight source number one where you can go to for making your first photo or video editing workstation, if I can put that in quotes, and I'm actually going to point you to your smartphone. Believe it or not, most smartphones have video editing tools that just come natively with the phone, whether that's through Android or whether that's through iPhone. iPhone comes with the iMovie suite, which is very nice. For a photo editor, it comes with, or it doesn't come with, I'm sorry, you can get Snapseed, which is a fantastic photo editing tool from Google, actually. I'll put a link in the description below, and you can see how you can start working with what's in your pocket. It's if you've already owned a smartphone, then you can immediately get up and running and using these things to produce your content, to edit your photos, to do your video work and get started. I'll tell you that there are limitations. I'm not going to tell you that this is the be-all end-all, but it's free and you can use it to get yourself started and getting yourself to a place where, yeah, you know, I need a more powerful tool, and I have lots of other videos showing other open source technologies out there and other things, so go check those out. But this is a starting point. Okay, so smartphone, number one. Next one up, I would highlight that you can get something through your family. And what I mean by that is everybody's upgrading. Everybody's always changing out from the old, moving on to the new, whether it's an iPad, whether it's a laptop, whether it's a desktop. Laptops are becoming more of the popular trend because it fits in a backpack and you can take it with you everywhere. So talk to your family. Ask if anybody is upgrading or getting rid of something, and 9 times out of 10, somebody has upgraded and doesn't know what to do with their older model. Sometimes they're looking to get rid of it for cheap, or if you're just upfront with them, hey, I'm looking to start creating content, you know, can I have it? And being honest goes a long way. Family likes to help family, and ask. It's generally out there, and I've gotten a lot of things from family who are all doing the same thing. Hey, I don't need this, Nate. Can you get some use out of that? So that's where I've gotten a lot of workstations in the past, and it's worked out very well. It's not going to be, again, the latest cutting edge technology, but it's enough to get started. You can make use of open source and free tools, and you can get yourself moving forward towards your goal. All right? So smartphone, asking family, and the third option, this one does require a little bit about who you know, but I've seen this work and I'll give you an example, and that is if you happen to know somebody, or if, again, a member of your family works for an information technology, an IT group or a help desk group, you can ask them if they're in the process of retiring equipment. This happens all the time. Companies are looking to offload technology that is considered end of life. Technically, it still has some miles left, but they're looking to bring their organization up to a higher standard, so they will be retiring old assets. Now, in a lot of ways, what they're doing is they're just making a bulk disposal, and they're paying a company to take away and destroy them. But if you happen to ask somebody and you're on friendly terms with them, they are often willing to save themselves some money, and after they've removed the hard drive or flushed the hard drive or zeroed it out, they will generally give this to you because it's actually to their advantage. They don't have to pay to destroy it. So it's worth the ask. If you know somebody, if you have family that works on a help desk or in information technology, just pop the question out there. Hey, are you guys getting rid of anything that you don't need? And I'll be 100% honest with you. The computer that I'm streaming on right now, that I'm recording on, that's how I got that. I worked in a help desk for almost 10 years. I had a good relationship with those folks, and this is one of those assets where it was to their advantage to get rid of it. They didn't have to pay to destroy it. They took their due diligence and made sure that it wasn't going to give away anything confidential. The drive was flushed. I had to rebuild it on my own, but it was free. You can't argue or complain with that. And it's another source, it's a third source where you can dig in, where you can ask the question and potentially get yourself a functional workstation at no cost to you. All right? So give one of those three things a try. Get up and running, get started. Don't be afraid of using basic things, because you know what basic tools do? They force you to think creatively. They force you to think outside the box. And in a lot of ways, being perfectly honest here, the quality that comes from people who are forced to think under those conditions, the quality of their production is 100 times better than people who have every tool at their fingertips. All right? So don't be afraid of that. I am one of those people. I am right there with you, and I would encourage you, try this stuff out. It works. Get yourself something to work on. Start working with what you have, and you can upgrade as you go along the way. Nobody says you have to have everything that you could potentially dream of right out of the gate. Nobody has that. All right? So best of luck to you. Best wishes. Try those out. Again, I'm Nate. This is Photolearningism. Thank you so much for watching. Please do subscribe. Please give me a thumbs up if this was helpful. Comment. Tell me what you'd like to hear about and what you'd like to see. I know this was a little bit off the beaten path of what I normally do, but it was something I honestly wanted to help people who were in my position to address, to kind of get them up on their feet and get them to the place where they can start using the tools that I talk about. So that's what this video may seem a little off theme from the other videos that I typically do. But I invite you, go watch those. Again, give me feedback on what's helpful and what's not. I want to build the community of learning. Let's keep it family friendly, of course, but I want there to be a constructive basis of knowledge that we're building so we can all grow together in this community. So thank you so much. Come find me at nateciraulo.com. Connect with me through any of the social platforms. My primary ones are down below here. And again, I'll have links to the Snapseed that I mentioned earlier on in the description for Android and iPhone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look forward to seeing you in the future. Take care.